Hi, folks. I'm here with one of our newest franchisees who launched their business very recently. So I'm going to ask him to introduce himself and tell us where in the country he's operating from. So over to you.
Thanks, Nick. My name's Conor Carroll, and I have just launched in Bookham and Cobham, which is down in Surrey, which is quite near Leatherhead and Guildford for those not local.
Yeah, very good. I'm glad you said that because I was just about to say, whereabouts is that? So that's very good. Thank you, Conor. And tell us what you did before EweMove, Conor.
So before EweMove, I ran a business called Praetorium, which basically worked with church halls, community buildings, and commercial property, largely just trying to generate income for the owners, largely sort of in the charity sector. And that business continues, and I still own that business, but now I am sort of focusing on this new venture and looking forward to growing it.
Yeah, very good. So what made you make that decision to kind of build out a second business?
Well, number of reasons. One of the big things was we have a team here, and I was looking for more opportunities both for myself and for them. The current business requires a lot of travelling, and it's based all over London, Kent, Surrey, so on. And I wanted something that was much more local, where I could work on local relationships, networking, and really build that. And I also wanted a new challenge. So I was looking around. I was thinking at first, I thought to myself, "Oh, I can just start an estate agency myself.
Yeah.
This would be easy." But very quickly, I decided that actually partnering with someone who has the knowledge base that EweMove has, and also the network and the support. Because while I think individually, I've done similar things, the sort of making sure that our compliance is right and getting everything ready, and the support and marketing, in particular the marketing, which is there and available to help build the business, is sort of worth an awful lot to me. That would have taken an awful lot of time and money to replicate myself, whereas I can get started on day one working with EweMove, and build on a brand that's already known and already running well in other parts of the country.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, well, that's a good bit of analysis because I think the kind of general consensus in the franchising space is you save about 18 months of build time by buying a franchise. So you kind of alluded to that, which is really interesting. So, I guess as somebody who's started their own business before, you've been there and done it, it can realize the hard work and effort it takes to start a business.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Praetorium has been running now for just over 7 years, and certainly, while it was successful from the beginning, it certainly the growth period really, the big growth period really started at the end of that sort of 2 year period that you're talking about. And to be able to hopefully skip that period would be advantageous, and to really focus on growing from day one, because I don't need to worry that I've got the right paperwork in place because I know it's there already. So I can get out there and just try and build a business straight away. It's a real sort of draw for me in particular. And I'm already starting, we've only been going a couple of weeks, and I'm already starting to see things coming through that I couldn't have hoped for without that sort of support behind me.
Yeah, that's excellent. Really good to hear. And just on that point then, so what are your kind of hopes and goals for your EweMove business now?
Yeah, I mean, the aim really is to just build it as big as possible. I mean, I have sort of aspirations and figures, but the main thing is just creating lots of networks and business relationships so that we become the go-to agent in our area. And already speaking to people, there's a real sort of need for someone who is going to provide a really high level of customer service, along with, lots of expertise in sales, which, there seems to be a general lack of high level customer service in the industry that I'm already discovering. And certainly that we want to sort of bring that, along with with what EweMove has told us and shown us is important. We want to really bring that to the area and create ourselves as the go-to agent in the coming years for this area of the country.
Yeah, very good. So now you've obviously been through training, you've launched, been going a couple of weeks, and you're live and up and running and all that sort of stuff. How confident are you now that, all the things we've talked about, you'll be able to go out there and achieve?
Yeah, I mean, I found training really, really interesting. I learned a lot, and I felt that it was really, our needs were, that everyone stopped and listened when questions were asked, and a lot of time was spent on making sure we were comfortable and happy with what we were about to start doing. And I feel that I am ready, really to get out there. And there's lots of steps that I hadn't thought of, which in the process, which now I'm aware of and won't miss as such. So I feel really happy to be out there and going. And I'm sure there's things that I'll still learn along the way, but certainly I feel that I'm ready the business is ready to launch, and I've got the knowledge I need to be able to do that. And so from that side of things, I think I'm really happy with how the training went, how the onboarding went. Setting up all of our systems has been quite smooth and successful, and we've really got our launch materials ready to go on day one, so there's no time wasted. So I think that I think in general, very happy with that.
All right, that's excellent. No, that's really good to hear, Conor. Thank you very much for that. I've just been with a cup of tea, which is very nice. There we are. That's excellent. So great news, Conor. I'm really pleased that you've managed to get going and kind of that analysis there of the speed with which you can start a business with the EweMove franchise. That's excellent to hear. So I wish you all the very best of luck. I'm sure you won't need it from me, but you'll do a great job down there. So thank you for joining me today.
Thanks a lot. No problem at all. Very happy to.